The Trailblazers play before the hometown crowd here in downtown Portland, Oregon. And this game marks the start of a road trip here for the Jazz.
You know, Kevin, they're starting a long road trip here, and they'd love to set the tone with the win.
Yeah, they want this to be a successful trip, and there's no time like the present to get things headed in that direction.
The starters for the Utah Jazz. Favors and Gobert are the shot-blocking duo inside. Paul out there with Iman Shumpert. And it's Barnes in at the three. Damian Lillard is a two-time All-Star. He just keeps getting better and better, and I love his demeanor on the floor. He seems a lot older than he really is.
Yeah, he's got an old head, and he's got a very even-keeled disposition about him, which serves him well. He almost missed the All-Star game last season and was an injury replacement.
Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Suns. Here's Gasol, and that one hits back iron. Portland on defense. On the wing, Shumpert. Carroll covering. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
A rim rocker.
Looked for a second like he might rip the cylinder loose.
I tell you what, that is some grown man strength on that attack.
Gasol a screen. Carroll kicks to Gasol. Gobert with the block. And here we go. Shumpert running it up the court. And he gets the bucket.
Wow, what a clever pass that time by Chris Paul.
Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Lillard against Paul. Lillard attacking. That's good. Henderson's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
Favors with the screen. Paul Kicks to Favors. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Favors has got his first basket of the night.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
And it's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
And that one's good, Shumpert.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
Lillard with it. To the wing on the left. Carroll dishes to Leonard. 5 on the clock. Feeds it to Henderson. Gasol. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. It's incredible to think that Pau Gasol last year set a career high in points in a game for as long Clark as he's played. He had that 46-point game in January.
Yeah, that's 46 points for Pau to go with 18 rebounds. I mean,
right.
You rarely see a player of his age putting up a career high like that.
Now here's Paul. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Henderson passes to Carroll. Down low. It's tipped. And again, Utah around the court in transition. And the dunk by Barnes.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Now here's Leonard. Gobert with the block. And they'll keep possession. Coach is liking Clark what he's seeing from his offense.
And shoot, why wouldn't he? I mean, guys, they're filling it up with ease, executing, getting quality shots. I mean, this is fun to watch.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Jazz.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Now here's Lillard. Over to the wing. And the rejection by Favors. Leonard against Paul. Up top, Gobert. The feed to Barnes. Pulls it from the elbow. Off the left rim and out.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Lillard misses.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Now here's Shumpert. He has 6. Puts up the baby hook. Oh, and here comes Carroll all alone. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, guys, that might also put a little spark into those guys.
Now here's Barnes. Favors attacking. Baseline J on the way. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
Utah was so tough near the end of last season, Greg. They weren't going to make the playoffs, but they did give other teams some trouble.
That's a great point. And how about going 19-10 after the All-Star break? Another team that would have been in the playoffs if they were in the East.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz.
mentioned their post-All-Star break surge. I mean, that 19-10 record they had after the break was good enough for 6th best in the league.
Biombo, he's checked in for Portland. Andre Robertson comes in for Gerald Henderson. Ray Allen, he's checked in for Utah. And now Portland on the break.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
And now just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Outstanding play in the open court.
Left side Favors. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Favors got his second basket of the night.
And really the Jazz were a team nobody wanted to play after the break. They were over 500 against the rest of the West and had some big wins over playoff teams in the process.
Now here's Barnes after the miss from Damian Lillard.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Lets it go with the three. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Paul kicks to Favors. And here's the fast break. Carroll leading the way. Here's Biombo. And he banks in the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
The defense to start and ignite that play was terrific, and I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And really look for them now to be even more aggressive on the defensive side. Try to come up with a few more steals.
Allen, that's good. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Gasol wide open, he fires. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt. Now here's Barnes. Here's Gobert. And the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot. Gasol dishes to Lillard. Back to Gasol. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. So many people overlook Pau Gasol prior to last season, seem to think that Clark, he was past his prime.
Well, he was a starter in the All-Star game and a huge reason the Bulls played as well as they did. It was a big season for him. A lot of GMs shaking their head for not going harder after him.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Olynyk, he's checked in for Gobert. Villanueva comes in for Derek Favors. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for Paul. Carroll with the rebound.
You know, and with Pau Gasol, it was weird to think that the Lakers were just so ready to let him go and move on.
Now here's Carroll. Foul call. Looked like the D didn't get there in time, and he'll shoot free throws.
And with the skill set that Pau has and the year he had, there's no telling how long he can play at a high level. Again, one of those guys that's never been reliant on the athletic ability to have an impact.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Carl Landry's checked in for Gasol. Marcus Morris comes in for DeMar Carroll. And it's Livingston in for Lillard. Now here's Olynyk. Here's Barnes. Morris with the rebound. And here are the Blazers. They're on a 14-5 run. Livingston kicks to Landry. Dishes to Livingston. The pass to Landry. Unloads from 13. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston. Landry's got his first points of the game. Prigioni, the pass to Olenek. From the top of the key, he buries it.
And both teams on fire from the opening tip.
Well, I don't doubt it, Greg. We're going to have an entertaining game of basketball here today. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that's the case.
Livingston dishes to Landry. And he overshot that one, missing. Barnes kicks to Olenek. Back to Barnes. And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That's his first foul. 1:14 left in the first quarter of the game. Prigioni, the pass to Villanueva. Jazz passing it around. Prigioni dishes to Olenek. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. Portland's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Here is Livingston, defended by Allen. To the inside. Olenek with the steal. Here's Prigioni. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Allen kicks to Prigioni. Clock at 6. He feeds it to Villanueva. 20 feet out. The second chance effort. And stolen by Biyombo. Here's Roberson. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And he gets it to go. Stolen. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. We got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And for Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and, you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
So on the floor for Utah, Kelly Olynyk is out there with Henry Sims. Then it's Allen. Then there's Iman Shumpert. And it's Prigioni in at the point. Passes to Sims. Shot clock at 5. Olynyk. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Portland did a lot of things right last year in their 51-win season. The one constant for them was how they, Greg, played defense.
You know, Kevin, they were good all season long in terms of staying focused on that side of the ball. Really made sure to challenge every shot, and with their length and reach, they should be a factor defensively.
Allen kicks to Prigioni, and it's Shumpert penetrating. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Livingston passes to Landry. He kicks it to Livingston. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
Yeah, you know, as you said, Portland challenged every shot last season. They were a top 10 team in limiting opponents' shooting percentage. They were also best in the league in limiting three-pointers.
There are a lot of different approaches on defense. Portland challenged shots and didn't make risky plays. They were last in turnovers forced last year, but overall, they had a strong defense.
Allen inside the three-point line. And it comes off the front of the rim. Lets the three fly. They get it again. And the jam by Carl Landry.
And a few more points tacked on to their lead in the cruelest way possible.
You're right. Yeah, those putback jams sting, don't they? My goodness.
Yeah, they really hurt you. I mean, the defense forces a miss and then can't rebound it and finish off the defense. They're hanging their heads in their chest now.
And great effort on the boards, and what a mean
talk
that was, Kev. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the pumpkin.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Gobert, he's checked in for Henry Sims. Favors comes in for Olynyk. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Allen. And Paul subbed in for Pablo Prigioni. Landry no good. Jazz trailed by 4. And that one's good, Barnes.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Here is Livingston. He dishes it to Landry. It's deflected to the inside. 11 feet away. And it's sent back by Morris. Left side Favors. And Carl Landry picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Pau Gasol is checked in for Landry. Damari Carroll comes in for Morris. Gerald Henderson, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Sean Livingston. Now here's Lillard. Following the shot by Chris Paul. Lillard dishes to Leonard. And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
And then Lillard slams it in.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
And Derek Favors with the slam.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Kicks it to Henderson. Lets the 3 fly. No luck. Shumpert with some nice D. A nice bounce back year for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game.
Lillard attacking. Gasol on the high post. And Carroll gets it to go. No shortage of drama here early on.
Well, neither team can grasp control of this thing. I mean, both teams trying to get a hold of it.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
Now Lillard following.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
Took him no time at all on that one. Paul's got the game tied up here for Utah. Lillard against Paul. Leonard, that's for 2. Cannot hit. And it's Utah the other way. Back to Paul. And it's Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Now here's Henderson. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Henderson kicks to Gasol. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Here's Gobert. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Shumpert passes to Paul. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. And that one's good. 8 points for Derek Favors. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Ball against Lillard. And it's Gasol penetrating. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Paul. And he makes good on the layup. Paul's got 7 points.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Now here's Favors. 8 points for him. Shumpert dishes to Barnes. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. The Trailblazers have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter, up over 50%. And Lillard kicks to Henderson. From outside, off the mark. Paul with the ball. Leonard picks him up. Paul goes in. It's rebounded by Leonard.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
Over in the corner, Lillard goes up on the wing, and Shumpert pulls it down. Shumpert's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And for the past few seasons, Portland's bench has really been their Achilles heel. I mean, last year they showed some improvement. The reserves play stole the game for them on more than one occasion, but still wouldn't be considered a strength.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And for Portland, the bench still wasn't leaned on heavily. The minutes Greg was just talking about that, but they were in the top 5, Clark, in scoring efficiency, and they shot 45% from the floor on the year.
And what was a weakness for them in 14 was a strength for them in 15. And actually, they were their best down the stretch of last season.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Charlie Villanueva's checked in for Favors. Allen comes in for Barnes. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for Iman Shumpert. Paul kicks to Prigioni. 6 on the shot clock. Paul with the 3. That drops. Paul's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for the Jazz. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Now, here's Gasol. He's got 8. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Good. Allen's got the lead up to 7 now for Utah.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Utah Jazz saw one of the biggest year-to-year improvements in the league last season. The big part of that, of course, was their play on the road.
And, you know, Kevin, they nearly doubled their road wins from last season by getting 17 away from home. And I thought they progressively got better as the season wore on.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And Utah also making a switch. Plyce is checked in for Rudy Gobert. Here is Livingston. Right wing. Takes a 3. Bogdanovich, no luck. Jazz leading by 7.
Timeout. Timeout. Start it.
That's his first personal foul.
Utah calls timeout.
Yeah, I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
So for the Trailblazers, Saul comes in for Carl Landry. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Sean Livingston. Now here's Paul. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Nobody near Allen. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
And you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
Now here's Paul. 10 points for him. And he uses the glass on the layup. Paul's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's Roberson. Lillard attacking. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And one thing about Damian Lillard, for as much as he handles the ball, for as much as he pushes the action, he doesn't turn the ball over. I mean, surprising for a young, aggressive point guard, but this guy plays wise beyond his years.
And you know, Clark, another important point regarding Lillard, for as aggressive as he has been going to the basket, he's extremely durable. He's been terrific in terms of health.
He's been an every gamer throughout his young career. That is remarkable. Unusual in today's NBA for sure.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
And we all know Utah is a very young team. Last year, only the 76ers were younger. Still very competitive given the age and the lack of experience from this group.
And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Boy, after having a tough time in the first, he's managed to turn it around nicely this quarter.
Clark, an interesting fact about the Jazz and their age last year. At one point, they didn't even have the oldest starting 5 in the state of Utah. Now think of this. The starting 5 of BYU, Greg and I were just talking about this, had an older average than Utah did.
Yeah, amazing. You look at the ages of Exum and Gobert and Favors. Makes sense that that would be the case.
That's good from Allen on the assist by Paul. Paul's got 6 assists here tonight. 7 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Bogdanovich. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And we've reached halftime.
All right, I want everyone to give
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third.
Lillard has been playing really well. 13 points, and what a game he's had passing the ball, too.
I love the fact that he plays for his teammates, really spreading the ball around, getting everyone involved.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense is giving him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
Bismack Biyombo is out there at Pau Gasol. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Henderson. And it's Carroll in at the 3 slot. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. Here's Paul. Following the score by Damian Lillard. Paul kicks to Favors. Back to Paul. Shot clock at 6. Favors attacking. Biyombo with the block. Down low. Here's Gasol. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And not a guy known for style points when it comes to throwing one down, but every once in a while, Kevin.
Greg, why don't we see more dunks like that from him? He's certainly got the size for it.
Yeah, I think it comes down to the fact he lacks a little dexterity and even create. Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
Gobert, the pass to Paul. Tries from the block. Another miss by Utah.
Boy, I tell you, I thought the Jazz had a big year last season. Looked much tougher than before. A big part of that is how Coach Quinn Snyder helped the team grow. I mean, he looked like a perfect fit in his first year with the franchise.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Gobert, the screen. And Favors kicks to Paul. Paul missing again.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
The dish to Gasol. Pass to Carroll. Biyombo kicks to Carroll. Biyombo, the pass to Carroll. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch. Yeah, you can see they've gave up a lot of points here in this run, and he just wants to break the momentum before this thing gets out of hand.
And, you know, that's a huge part of a coach's job, making sure you keep your guys in the best position possible at all times. So I like this timeout.
Utah calls timeout. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
He just continues to light them up. They're going to have to find a way to make him work harder for his points.
And Portland making a change here. Robertson's checked in. Paul outside. Right side Favors. Shot to stop the drought. And it's good on the way in. Favors has got 10.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Lillard dishes to Gasol. Gobert with the defensive effort.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Barnes kicks to Shumpert. Inside. Gobert. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Crafty pass work there, getting it down low for the easy deuce.
The Jazz have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6. Portland was just fantastic at home last season. We expect that, though, of this team, Greg. 32-9. It was packed each game.
And Kevin, of that 32-win mark, how about that was the 4th best in the entire league? You don't win your division without winning at home, and Portland definitely took care of business.
at the line for 2.
Well, I tell you what, it seems as though Portland is always good at home. It was 2007 when they last had a losing record in this building. Even when they're down overall, they're always tough at home.
And the Jazz making a change here. Olynyk's checked in. Barnes passes to Shumpert. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line.
And unfortunately, guys, for Portland, they didn't have home court advantage in the playoffs. As great as they were at home all year, it could have made a big difference for them in the postseason. And Iman Shumpert, more athlete than player when he entered the league. 42-inch max vertical, shoulders carved like Michelangelo. But he had a long way to go in terms of his skill set. And you can see that evolution right before your eyes.
Pass to Barnes. Feeds it to Paul. And Andre Robertson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul.
The drive by Paul. Shumpert gets a wide open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And talking about Iman Shumpert, he seemed to learn from working with LeBron and Kyrie last year.
Yes, Shumpert was brought over for his defense, clearly, but as a bonus, his offense improved and got better. Now let's see if he can build on that going forward.
And it's good. Carroll's got the game tied up here for Portland.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
And it's Favors that time on the assist from Olynyk. And 12 points for Derek Favors.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Here's Barnes. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And how about Harrison Barnes, the Black Falcon? I mean, he was a high school phenom in Ames, Iowa, and a lottery pick back in 2012 after 2 seasons at Carolina. Remember also in high school, he was a teammate of Dougie McBuckets.
And Portland making a change here. Landry's checked in. And Utah with a change here, too. Henry Sims is checked in for Derek Favors. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Paul goes in. Got it from 16 feet. Paul's got 14. Harrison Barnes, of course, went to North Carolina, grew up as a huge fan of former Tar Heel Michael Jordan.
Yeah, you know, interesting, his mother started taping Jordan's games on the VCR years before he was born. His given name, Harrison Bryson Jordan Barnes. How about that for a factoid?
I didn't know that.
Nor did I.
Jazz foul. Chris Paul. That's his first personal.
And for Carl Landry, he powered his way through the league a few years back, but somewhere along the line, Clark, his game kind of topped out.
His best season, Kevin, he averaged 18 and 7. I think injuries have been a factor. But last year was down to 7 and 4 his game averages, so he's starting to slide.
Morris is checked in for Damari Carroll. Then for the Jazz, Allen comes in for Shumpert. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for Chris Paul. They grab their own miss. And Olynyk kicks to Barnes. The feed to Olynyk. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Landry. Here's Morris. Trailblazers keep it alive.
And what a gutty play. I mean, muscles his way to the rebound and then just pounds it home for the putback.
Well said, G.A. The battle on the boards, Clark, could go a long way toward deciding this game.
You know, and if that play is any indication, that's a battle they're willing to put every ounce of their energy into winning.
For the lead, it's deflected. And there's going to be a foul. He definitely made contact with the ball, and in doing so also got the body, so we'll see free throws here. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Jazz.
When they've had a chance to attack the basket at any point in this game, they've taken advantage.
You know, they're taking care of business in the paint, too. Those are valuable points they've been getting down low.
Charlie Villanueva's checked in for Olynyk. Morris dishes to Livingston. The second chance effort. And it's good on the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 2. The Jazz have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third.
And Pablo Prigioni is a ridiculous sharpshooter. Nearly 40% from beyond the arc through last season. Tremendous free throw shooter as well.
And on the subject of Pablo Prigioni, the accuracy from deep clearly helps you spread the floor. He's also a solid playmaker. A lot of value with his experience overseas. Settles things down well on the floor.
A great package of what you want in a backup point guard.
And Roberson kicks to Livingston. Stolen by Allen. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. There's the 3. Poked loose. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen. Portland's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And it's out of bounds as the Portland Trailblazers retain possession. Bogdanovich is checked in for Andre Robertson.
Bojan Bogdanovic.
Jazz on D. Morris a screen. Lays it up and banks it in. Landry's got 8.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
Nobody near Barnes. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Barnes has got 4 this quarter. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
One heck of a game. I mean, guys, this has been outstanding in terms of the effort that both sides have been able to put on.
I'm looking over there at Greg. He's enjoying every second of it, Clark.
Listen, the fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail-biter.
Prigioni, the pass to Sims. 16 feet away. Misses off the right iron. Utah's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Landry kicks to Morris. And he dunks it down.
Well, you can't give him that kind of a position in the post.
Oh, without question. I mean, when you get it, when he gets it in that tight and that close, that's easy. Real easy.
Sims kicks to Prigioni. Nice ball movement by Utah. 4 on the clock. Back to Barnes. Shoots it. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. For the Jazz, Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Henry Sims, and Paul subbed in for Pablo Prigioni. Out to the right wing. Lets it fly from 18. Landry no good. Utah's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Barnes dishes to Paul. Back to Barnes. Now the pass to Allen. Again, Allen missing.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
For the Jazz, Favors comes in for Charlie Villanueva. And Shumpert in there for Ray Allen. Andrew with the screen. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
We've got 1:08 left in the third. Paul passes to Shumpert. Back to Paul. Gobert the screen. Paul kicks to Shumpert. Goes up off the pick. And it's Portland with the rebound. They can look forward to the Quicken Loans Arena after this game in a matchup against Cleveland. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
Paul dishes to Gobert. The jump hook. There's the bucket. Good. Gobert's got 6 in the quarter.
Defense just not strong enough to throw him off his shot there. Sometimes it takes a little more effort to defend him down low.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And Bogdanovich kicks to Morris. Lock at 6. Count that one. Morris has got 6. Paul outside. Here's Favors. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Portland out in front, up 3. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Favors and Gobert, the shot-blocking duo inside. Amon Shumpert is out there with Paul. And it's Barnes in the small forward position.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that. He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points. And last year's midseason trade had to feel good to Amon Shumpert. Toiling away in New York, injured, uninspired. Boy, did he find new life in Cleveland. Of course, playing next to LeBron can do that for you.
Paul kicks to Barnes. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
You look at what Barnes has done so far. He's got 16 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
And he's good on the second. Seems every season, Clark, you hear the same thing. Portland Trailblazers had to deal with some tough injuries.
Kevin, it appears as though it might actually be a curse. I don't like to use that word, but the history of this team and injuries is as unique as any in the league. Last year, no different.
It's stolen by Amon Shumpert. Here's the break. Favors with the ball. Gasol covering. Paul goes in, so they take the lead. And the Jazz lead by 1.
And with the Blazers and injuries, even when they fought through pain, guys weren't at 100%. Aldridge wasn't quite the same with his hand injury.
And losing Matthews for the season was huge too, guys. I mean, every team goes through injury woes and bumps during the course of the season, but the Blazers just seem to be, at least in the last half dozen years or so, hit very hard every year.
Ray Allen is checked in for Utah. Paul again. It's Carroll. Favors attacking. Carroll with the rebound.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And that one's good.
Kevin, he didn't hesitate that time. The D gave him a step, and he just pulled up and drained the 3.
Paul kicks to Allen. Back to Paul. Dishes it to Gobert. Leonard with the steal. Now Lillard. In the corner, Henderson with it. For the three. Offensive rebound. Knocks it loose. Leonard the pass to Lillard. Another shot. Henderson dishes to Leonard. Over in the corner, Lillard. And it's Lillard again missing.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Paul with the three. 8 for 15 with that made basket, but he's not satisfied yet.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Passes it to Leonard. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. They get Derek Favors.
And Myers Leonard at 7'1", an interesting combination of size, athleticism, and shooting touch. Really likes to play on the perimeter.
And Leonard likes to run, jump, and shoot more than bang inside, I think, Clark.
Well, you know, Kevin, you like that he has that ability to go outside, but with his size, it would be most valuable, I think, if he also embraces throwing his weight around in the paint area.
Agreed. Favors. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 8th assist here tonight. Lillard attacking. Here's Gasol. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
Some good numbers for Gasol. 11 rebounds. And he's come up with a couple of nice steals today, too.
Clark, just a very energetic brand of defense.
Gasol drops two.
That's simply a good job at the line this half. I mean, they're getting to the line and making it count.
Paul outside. He feeds it to Favors.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatics.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
Yeah, but hey. He's an athlete, and I can't fault him for that one. Although, if he missed it, I might have.
Gobert, he's checked in for Utah. Harrison Barnes comes in for Allen. And Jamari Carroll is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, they're still early in the quarter, and they're only one foul away from being over the limit.
On defense, the Trailblazers, they lead by 1. Now, here's Lillard. He kicks it to Carroll. 18 feet out. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Paul again. It's Henderson. Paul kicks to Gobert. He dishes it to Favors. Pass to Shumpert. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line. Some good numbers for Shumpert. He has 11 points and 5 assists. His success in the assist department is carried over to the free throw line.
Boy, has he been steady at the helm today.
And Lillard kicks to Henderson. Back to Lillard. Utah with the rebound. Favors has got 3 rebounds now in this one.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Portland.
I like the work they've done at the free throw line all throughout this game. They've been the aggressors.
You know, they're taking care of business in the paint, too. Those are valuable points they've been getting down low.
Lillard, the pass to Henderson. And it's Carroll in the corner. 5 to shoot. The three-pointer is right on target. And the Trailblazers lead by 2. Ball outside. On the wing, Shumpert. Kicks it to Gobert. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
And this has been purely a display of offense that we're seeing here today.
And, you know, it's only getting better as both of these teams' defenses are starting to show signs of wearing down.
Lillard attacking. Gasol dishes to Lillard.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatics.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
Yeah, but hey. He's an athlete, and I can't fault him for that one. Although, if he missed it, I might have.
Portland's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Carroll hits to Gasol. And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Andre Robertson, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Here's the dish to Carroll. Over to the left wing. Baseline J on the way. That's short off the rim. Jazz have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the 4th quarter. Paul passes to Gobert. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Lillard attacking to the left wing. Carroll, no one around him. Knocks down the 3-ball. Carroll's got a pair of threes here in the 4th quarter for the Trailblazers.
A lot of NBA teams have been outright buying developmental league teams. I mean, the Jazz did that last season. They purchased the Idaho Stampede last March, and we see more and more of that happening, one-on-one affiliations between D-League teams and NBA teams.
Utah calls timeout. Well, last year the Jazz acquired the Stampede from the D-League. It makes sense. They'll have a designated place now to develop Greg all their young talent.
And Kevin, it's really a key for the Jazz to have those extra minutes available for all those young talents to get an opportunity to get confidence, but also to learn your system. I think more and more NBA teams will follow this route of buying D-League teams.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Quinn Snyder was saying to his team. He doesn't think they've been giving it their all, saying they've been quicker to rebounds, to every loose ball. We gotta wake up. The game's slipping away, and we're letting it happen. We have got to take control of this thing. We'll see if he lit a fire under him, guys.
Lillard dishes to Biombo. Deep 2 from Carroll. No good with the wing jumper.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
All up top. Back to Barnes. To the middle. Out to Shumpert. And he misses the go-ahead basket. So for the Jazz, their last game a loss to the Magic. Lillard outside. Gasol on the high post. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. And that's now 17 points for Pau Gasol. Ball outside. And Favors kicks to Gobert. Portland grabs the miss. Biombo's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Lillard with it. Now defended by Gobert. Ball against Lillard. The jump hook. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And now a 5-point Portland lead. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Paul can't get it to go.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
Lillard against Paul. And Lillard gets to Gasol. Gobert with the block. They get it back.
And they get the rebound, but guys, that's been the issue throughout the game.
Yep, and the results on the scoreboard are attributed to how they've been out-rebounded thus far.
Here's Lillard. 1:15 left in the fourth. The rejection by Paul. Utah's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Barnes kicks to Paul. Favors with a screen on Gasol. Paul passes to Favors. Money!
Boy, what a pressure bucket that was.
Greg, now that's coming through in the clutch.
Ball against Lillard. Gasol setting the pick for Lillard. Right side Gasol. Back to Lillard. 4 on the shot clock. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And now Barnes running the floor all by himself.
Just no let up, guys. They just keep coming at you.
Well, this lead is too big to overcome. I'm going out on the limb right now. There's just not enough time left on the clock to make up the ground they have to make up.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're losing by 4. There's 14 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
You know what? It isn't over yet. A quick score and a foul.
And perhaps a few missed free throws, and they're right back in it. So it all has to happen fast, but it could happen.
And Portland making a change here.
Marcus Morris. Bojan Bogdanovic.
Bogdanovic dishes to Morris. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
That would have been lucky had it fallen for shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it, are you kidding me?
And so it's Utah who scraped by with a win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now time to send you over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.